Well, Rahul Gandhi has spoken about price rise. He's spoken about hoarding. He's spoken about several different decisions taken by the Congress-ruled states to crack down upon price rise. At the end of the day, Javed, this is, you have to give it to the Congress at the end of the day. They know what the atmosphere is right now. They understand what it is, and they are touching upon the issues that are most emotive right now.
Well, absolutely. Unless you know what the problem is, you will never be able to cure it. So at least they now realize that price rise and corruption, not necessarily in the order related, both together are huge problems, and this is what has hit its political fortunes. And even if at this late stage they are able to do something about it, so much the better. I'm not so sure how much of an effect, whether this will dramatically change their political fortunes, but at least they've realized their problem and they are beginning, or at least they claim that they are now going to do something about it. Whether they do it or not, we will wait and watch.
And one of the things that stood out, in that answer that Rahul Gandhi gave to a question from one of those journalists, Javed, was that a framework needs to be created at both the national and the state level. But he also said, it can't be a halfway house. It can't be, some people wanting it entirely and some people opposing it. That was a very direct attack at the opposition, the BJP, and senior members of the BJP who, without taking any names and without getting into specifics, he was basically saying the Congress is willing, we're ready to do all of this. It's the BJP that wants to play politics and is not meeting us halfway to get it done for the nation.
Well, there is certainly a lot of legislation is pending both in the Lok Sabha and the Raj Sabha. While Rahul Gandhi may find it convenient to blame the BJP, and there is an element of truth to it, the opposition has thwarted a lot of legislation from being enacted. This effort ought to have come many days earlier, in fact years earlier. They've been in power for 9.5 years, nothing prevented them. Then the atmosphere was not so vitiated, the elections were not right round the corner. Now the opposition parties may be tempted into preventing. I mean, why would the opposition want to give the Congress party the credit? But having said that, purely from a political partisan view. But if you take a bipartisan view, if you just think of the good of the nation, then I think it's in national interest that even at this late stage, political parties should put their heads together, come together and put in place a framework which prevents the kind of corruption that we've witnessed in the last couple of years.
Speaking, just from on an individual basis, Javed, as far as Rahul Gandhi is concerned, his outburst at this stage, do you think, some perceptions will look at it as being too little, too late? His aggressive take on corruption during this particular news conference, a little, too late?
Look, this is what people have been saying. There is a change in Rahul Gandhi. This change has been evident for a couple of weeks. But the big question is, what took him so long? Why didn't he do it for 9.5 years? He's been in politics. But like I said earlier, even at this late stage, if some good can come out of it, it's welcome.